We discussed with Annalise earlier this walk that the young royals did, Harry and Meghan, with Kate and William, and it's been reported now that that was at the behest of King Charles. He was the one who encouraged Prince William to extend a personal invite to Harry. It's interesting, isn't it? Because this is a really pivotal moment for the fractures in this family. Either they'll come together through this process or that fracture will deepen further. And as we know, Harry's got a book coming out. The royals are very nervous about that. What's your feeling? You've got a good sense for these things. Do you think this sadness is going to bring the royals together?
Look, I'll be honest, I don't think so, because they have already this very separate life. Like, I think that they have got an occasion to recast it. But to me, the giveaway of the tension was that you didn't see a swapping of interaction between William's wife and Harry's wife. It's not like they turned over and just at little crossover moments that you ended up seeing little bits of conversation. So you could see, and again, you know, we're doing the pop psychology thing, but you could see that Harry's walking out holding this hand of his missus. Now, I don't know whether, you know, she's holding on saying, don't let go, or he's trying to say, come on, darling, you have to do this. But obviously that was a different dynamic in their relationship than William and Catherine, where they had a little bit of distance, they were being a bit more formal. So when I was just trying to read that, okay, how much of this is for the moment, and everyone steps up for a funeral, everyone steps up for, you know, helping, you know, to go through relatives' belongings, all the rest of it. The test, as you say, is a little bit further down the track. But I thought that my little cat's whiskers were starting to twinge when I just noticed, I don't think these Sheilas like each other.
That is very perceptive. I noticed the same thing between the women. There seemed to be really very little interaction or warmth between them. Obviously, they have a task, there's sadness, it's a sombre moment, but you saw the interaction a little bit with the brothers and certainly with the couples, but not with Kate and Meghan. But there was this really wonderfully touching moment that's been reported about Princess Kate recounting to a group of children the first comments little Prince Louis made when he found that the Queen had passed away. Have a look at this.
I love Louis. It's just so sweet. She's now with great grandpa.
So she said there, Paul, that Louis's first reaction was to say, at least Granny is with great-grandpa now. That's just beautiful and heartwarming, isn't it?
Well, remember back in July, and it is so incredible that obviously, you know, July to September, blink of the eye, but, you know, in news world, it feels like a long time ago when the celebration of the 70th was taking place. And remember how all of us, whether we were admitted it or not, we're all looking at Louis. We're all looking at Louis getting bored and playing with his hair and rolling his eyes.
It was hilarious.
As sort of, you know, as he's gone, Harry, out of the way, I'm the cool kid now. But these are these lovely little things where, again, look, I get the PR machine of the royal family, and I know that some people will be frustrated by it when we sort of echo it or repeat it, but this is what they're very good at. They're very good at showing that it's multi-layered, that it's multiple people, that it's multiple generations, that it's that yes, all of us lived, you know, all of our lives, or most people in Australia, all of our lives with Her Majesty as the Queen, but this thing is bigger and more complicated and more layered. And in the era of openness, you know, the walkabout, I didn't realise this, that the walkabout was perfected in 1970 by Queen Elizabeth in Tasmania. I'm sure that the use of the term will be considered offensive by someone on Twitter. Don't care. But to think that she started that process meant we didn't hear from the future king twice down within 2 days of the death of, you know, we did all this speed that we run at. And this is where Catherine is. I mean, she's sharp. Like, she knows exactly what she's doing, exactly where the cameras are, exactly what's going to be a social media moment. You know, she's everything that Meghan, you know, would just desperately love to be, but she just knows. There are those people that have a sixth sense for where a camera is.
Oh, you're a little bit cynical for my liking there, Paul. See, I think those moments often are just genuine. I don't know, maybe I'm naive, but I think that was just
No,
a
I think
beautiful
it is.
moment
It's
that
just
was
they know it's gonna
captured.
get out.
Oh, of course, they're not silly.